So listen guys, this is what I realized. I actually never ever started to present myself in this way on YouTube or on Instagram. I realized that my community doesn't know a full story of who I am as a person, and I think that this is pretty important for a community manager, because basically this is what I am right now for you on Discord. Like, I am the one that created FXA, and right now the community has value because of you. So I am the person that created it, so it is fair for you to know my story, how I started Forex trading, what led me to do it, and more info like that. I think that this is relevant, and also I think that you can relate to my story, because I know that a lot of you are in a similar situation that I had some years ago when I was kind of struggling. I can say that because my journey wasn't easy. It wasn't really about luck, it was a lot of hard work, so I want to share my story with you right here. So first of all, the first question that I feel like needs an answer is who I am, because maybe a lot of you don't really know who I am as a person. Yeah, I know that you just subscribe to my channel and you're watching my outlooks, or maybe you're watching my post on Instagram, but nothing more than that. So basically, how do I present myself? What I can say about myself: I'm a 24-year-old trader at this point. My name is Andrea and I live in Eastern Europe at the moment, even though in the future, when I will find my spot, I plan to change the country that I live in, because I consider that life is too short to live in one single place and to be stuck there, you know. So for me, probably in the next year it will be something different. I wouldn't enjoy like staying in the same place, but basically this is where I live for now and this is where I was born. Okay, so I want to talk about my past and my background, because some of you may find it pretty similar. Even though you're a guy or a girl, maybe you're young right now, or maybe you're stuck in your 9 to 5 job and you're like, okay, what I'm doing right now, what I'm doing with my life, you know, like this kind of stuff. Because I was there too. I had too many struggles in the past. But first of all, I want to mention that I grew up in a modest family. My parents weren't really poor, but they didn't have enough money to, let's say, to maintain the life that I'm living right now. I always wanted more than that. They were both having like a minimum wage. My mother was a painter back then, so the education that I got from my family was to study pretty hard, to have good grades in school, to focus so much on school and on university, and to just follow a normal path, like going to a corporate job maybe, or I don't know, stuff like that. Stuff that I didn't really enjoy, because I was a creative person and I'm still a creative person, and I kind of required more from life. For example, I get bored really easily. If I don't do stuff that I really enjoy, I can't really be trapped in one single place, and I can't really do things that everyone else is doing. Like, I can't enjoy the idea of having a job for the next 10 years and to remain the same, and to not have any kind of freedom. But because basically I know that there are some people out there that enjoy this kind of life. They enjoy going to a 9 to 5, they enjoy having a stable life, but that's not for me, because creative people want to create stuff, right? This is the way that we live. So even though my parents wanted to educate me in some other way, I kind of refused what they taught me, and I wanted something else, because I observed how much struggle you can have if you don't have money, and also I observed how boring life can be when you don't have freedom, right? So I told myself back then, like when I was 16, 17, okay, I have to do something. The first step was to move out of my hometown, which was a really small one in a part of Romania with a really small population. Like I know that a lot of people didn't even hear about it. So what I did next was to move to the capital of Romania. I didn't have a lot of money back then. I had to get day jobs, like, I don't know, going to events, promoting stuff, offering flyers on the street. I don't know. I basically back then, which was 5 years ago, I did like everything that could bring me any amount of money. So this is how I started. I didn't even have enough money to pay my rent, so I stayed with a friend. I was also going to the university, which was free in Romania back then. I got good grades, so I could get in pretty easily, because this is the way that the system works. But unfortunately, after some years, I realized that the university is not for me, simply because of the fact that what I did at home, what I managed to do by myself, was even better than what I was taught in the university. I felt like university was like I was losing time there. I know that I was losing time. I don't discourage you to not go to an university. I wouldn't ever say that, because there are a lot of occupations that require an university, but my occupation didn't really require one, because what I did was some entrepreneurship university. And if we're honest with ourselves, like, no one can really teach you how to become an entrepreneur. You have to gain this skill by yourself. You have to find your own mentors, you have to find your own ways to do it. Nobody can tell you from A to B what to do, right? So I had to get out of that situation. I had to get out of school. So basically, yes, I'm a dropout. I dropped out from university like 2 years ago. I had four in total. So as I told you, I struggled a lot with money. Imagine that in my first job that I got, which was a telecommunications one, I worked for like 400, 500 euros. This was my salary, and in Romania that was pretty low. So I realized that I couldn't do anything with this kind of money. Like, what can you do with 400 euros, 500 euros in Europe? Because you can't do much. You really can't do much. You can just buy food and pay your bills, pay your rent, and that's all. There's nothing left. And don't imagine that the food that you got from that money was too good. No, you would buy some kind of fast food or whatever. And then I switched to another job. Again, my salary was pretty low, was somewhere around 500 euros. Again, it was like horrible. I hated it. I realized that I couldn't live with this amount of money. I had bigger dreams. I had a plan. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this for now because I'm stressed. I have to do it. I need to obtain some money. I'm not good at anything at this point. So I either start to learn some skills and upgrade, or I will forever be stuck in this kind of situation and just accept it. So do you think that I accepted it? Of course I didn't. So what I did was, starting from 19 years old to 20 years old, I did a lot of stuff that helped me like, I improved myself a lot. This is what I did. I remember that I tried everything that was possible. I tried some drop shipping. I tried to start an online shop. I tried affiliate marketing. I was creating logos. I was creating designs. I also started 3D modeling. I don't know. I tried a lot of things. But in the same time, I was studying stocks. I was studying crypto and also Forex in the same time. So this is what I did back then. It was like 5 years ago. Don't imagine that I had too many resources, because back then they were kind of limited. There wasn't a lot of information public on the market. Everything had to be paid. So imagine that I had the university, I had the other jobs, I had the freelancer stuff going on. Don't imagine that I slept too much, because I didn't. All I wanted to do is to create money. And usually what I did was to make money from some side and then spend it on another side. Like, I spent it on myself. I invested in myself. I invested in materials, I invested on courses, I invested in a lot of stuff that would help me improve, because that was the only way. I knew that luck won't simply come at me and be like, okay, this is you're chosen from now on. Even if you're really poor and even if you don't gain money, you will start to gain money from now on. No, you have to do it for you. You have to create your own luck, you know? I started to make connections also with people that were in my situation. I also started to be friends with people that were doing the same thing as I wanted to do. For example, Forex trading. I started to make some connections in the Forex industry. Don't imagine that I had like the best Forex traders by my side, but the fact that I could share information and exchange ideas with them was a really good thing for me. So basically, this is how I started. I basically continued to have my job because I needed the money, but in the same time, I continued to invest in crypto and also into the Forex market. For me, crypto was a big fail at that point. I didn't really enjoy it, but the Forex part really made a spark in my heart. I don't know how to explain, but even though I was losing, because I was losing hard at that point, like every money that I got in, I just lost them. I felt like in the future that would be what I will do. And I basically knew that if I would give up back then, it would be such a pity, because I know that the only people that aren't profitable in Forex are the ones that give up. And I was like, okay, if I give up now, even if I lost money, it means that all of this work that I put into this industry is for nothing. Instead of giving up and trying something new like I did over and over again, I told myself, okay, I will stick to this plan. Prop firms started to appear also, and I was like, okay, some people are going to give me funds. The journey must continue, right? So in the first year, it was a total mess. Sometimes I got money, sometimes I lost them. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't profitable all of the time. Like, I wasn't making huge profits out of it. But at least I was trying, okay? I was trying pretty hard, and after that, at one point, things started to match, you know? Like, I started to make some money. I started to invest in prop firms. I got some challenges. I started to become profitable and to actually live out of Forex trading, even though I had some other things running in parallel, because I was too scared to give up on them, because I didn't trust myself enough, you know? when you're a beginner, you don't really trust yourself and your capabilities in the forex market. You're like, okay, what if in the next month I'm going to lose anything or whatever? So a question that I got from you is, how did I get my funds to trade with it? And the answer is pretty simple. I was working in the same time. I was working pretty hard. I was trying a lot of new things. I didn't stick to one single thing, because I knew that if I will stick to one single thing and it fails, I would have nothing in return. So I better like try 5 things in the same time, even if I don't get enough sleep for now, because it was a time. You have to sacrifice some things when you want to succeed in life. It's not that easy. So I didn't sleep enough. I had to work overtime. I had to work a lot. I had to make sure that I had money for food, for rent, also to invest in the forex trading in order to fund my own accounts. And also after some time, I started to use prop firms too, which was pretty great, because I remember that my first big payout was after some months of being funded, and it was around like $20,000. And for me at that time, that was like a big amount of money, and it was like a big achievement. I was so happy that I did it on my own. Of course, I had help. I had mentors back then. I was in groups myself. I was in communities by myself. I paid other guys, other traders to teach me what I know nowadays. And I think that was a really smart decision to make, because the internet was really full of information, and I couldn't like just select it by my own. Like, I needed a leader. I needed to follow someone that did the same stuff that I wanted to achieve. So for me, it was a person that was making like $100,000 per month. I wanted to stick to someone closer to my goals. Always okay for a mentor to be a little bit above you. So for me, this was my mentality. I had to follow someone that was doing a little bit better than I did. So guys, I know that a lot of you are asking me if you should consider funding your own accounts or going to a prop firm, especially as beginners. So my answer to that is you can really go for both. These are my recommendations for you. Like this is the broker that I recommend for you if you want to fund your own account. And also, if you want to go for prop firms, I suggest you to try multiples, because you never know which one is going to suit you the best. There are always new ones appearing in the market, and I believe that they are all good at some point, but I believe that you have to observe first if they are serious or not. So what's my goal right now? Because I've been through a lot of phases in my life. I've been through a broke phase. I've been to a phase when I wanted to learn everything from affiliate marketing to CPAs to, I don't know, absolutely anything, graphic design and so on, crypto, investments, forex, and now I only stick to forex and to social media. My goal right now is to help other people in the way that I was helped in the past. Even better than that, I want to inspire you in some way. I want you to realize that no one actually got lucky. It's pure work. You have to be a little bit creative. You have to be present when you're doing stuff. Have a strong psychology, a strong mindset, because if you already start with the idea that you won't make it and you won't have results and the market is against you, it will be this way. But if you have a good mindset, these things will change into better. A good mindset will help your trading game a lot, even if you don't believe it for now. So that's why I created a community with other traders. That's why I started to create some kind of family, and basically to create a safe space when we can help each other, when we can share ideas, opinions about what happens in the market. Because I remember that even if I was in community back then, I wasn't in like strong communities like the one that I created right here at FXA. They were more like marketing communities, and people that were teaching there didn't really care about you, because they were so huge that nobody actually gave attention to you. So this is it. I want to inspire you, and also I want to exchange ideas with you, because I know that a lot of you are actually pretty good traders that also have amazing results, guys. So what I'm suggesting you right now is to believe in yourself, because sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. I had bad periods and good periods. I didn't really trust myself in the process. Sometimes I was thinking of giving up multiple times, but every time I wanted to give up, I was like, okay, but why did I start? How did I start it? Remember when you got your first payout? That wasn't luck, that was real work. So you should do the same. You should continue in the same way, because nothing is really that easy in life. And even though I was feeling like it's time for me to give up and to change my occupation again and again and again, I told myself, okay, this is it. I like forex trading. I enjoy doing it. This is what I like to do the most. This is what helped me basically sit at home and do and enjoy whatever I want to do. I never imagined in the past that I could actually get to the point where I can work from anywhere in the world, because this is what I can do right now. And that is why I said that I don't plan to stay in Eastern Europe too much this year, because I have a lot of things to explore. This is is what I want to do with my profits. Of course, a part of them will go to investments, but a part of them will go for my growth. So this is a part of my story, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will get something from it. So guys, basically, no matter what the circumstances are right now for you, if you don't believe in yourself, and if you won't believe in yourself, nobody else will, and you're the only one that can change your future. I know that there are a lot of scams in the Forex industry, and you need to avoid them at all costs. I believe that this is from the frustration of the fact that they didn't get to make profits out of Forex. They started to do a lot of shady stuff, which is close to not being even legal. I know that a lot of you don't have trust in the industry. I know that also a lot of you don't have trust in the mentors because they rent cars, they rent houses, they claim things that aren't theirs. I know all of this stuff. I know that some brokers are scams. They do a lot of shady stuff. Again, I know that. I also know that some people create some strategies just for them to sound like they're different and special, and you should buy their course in order for you to win because they have the only winning strategy. I know that too. There's a lot of this kind of stuff. I'm sick of it too. What you have to do right now is to focus on observing which is the real stuff and which is not. And also I want you to focus on your trading journey a lot, and based on your experience to trade both on demo and also on live, because this is the only way. If you don't practice, like if you don't really take trade and you only exercise and you just observe on charts, it's like in any other industry. If you don't have a little bit of experience, you can't really evolve. So yeah, this is my advice for now. This is me opening up to you for the first time, I believe. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of this kind of videos where I speak like freely. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.